Well, folks, we are here. This is our site behind me. I think these sites may not be the most popular sites because they're right against the water. You can see over here the swamp, and there's signs all along it that says alligators. So I don't notice that anybody's at any of these sites except for me, which is okay with us. And of course, it's a real requirement to be on leash, so he's got to be leashed, and boy, he hates being on a rope. So this is a nice campsite, nice campground. It's Georgia State Parks, of course. It's George L. Smith State Park, and this is what's behind us, the swamp. You can see our area is over there. I'm in the one next to it, and I guess there are creatures in the swamp. We're hoping they won't bother us. We're gonna walk along and see if we can find anything interesting, because swamps do entice me. The sites are all sandy, and they rake them. So you can see this is all raked when they're gone. So about twice as. And there's electricity and water, like most Georgia state campgrounds. Nice little fire pit to sit here and look over the swamp. And I think that's a wood duck nest out there, wood duck box. I don't know that there's any wood ducks in it this time of year. Let's see what it says on it. But you can take a canoe out in the lake that's just beyond these trees. These trees are in the shallow water, or what might be the flood water. I don't know if this is extra water, if it normally comes up this high. But this tree is huge, and I checked it out. All the limbs are okay. I don't like, there's a couple of really big trees around my A-liner. I don't want to be fixing the A-liner again yet. So he's already found a stick. Unfortunately, it's actually a piece of bamboo. He can't break it. He can't do anything with it. It just bounces right back. So he doesn't like it. So there's the bathhouse. We'll get an inside look at that in a little while. These are inner loop sites, and they're pretty well spaced. The outer loop sites, this is 11 right next to me, and 12 and 13 are kind of real close to each other. So probably not great, but there's nobody here. It's February, of course, and it's hot. A few people down here. Howdy. There's 18 seems to be along with 19 and 20. It's one big driveway. There are a lot of squirrels here. There's more of the swamp. Let's look at this down here. I guess here's a set of stairs off this that goes right down to your own little piece of the swamp. We will take a walk down the squirrel run walking trail down to the office. I think I have a balance, but we will find out. So this is a nice little trail side of the road, and under all the trees. It's a nice little surprise. This trail just cuts over the swamp on a boardwalk. It's kind of neat. Got all these wood duck boxes all through the swamp. Wonder how many wood ducks they want. You hear the big pileated woodpecker making noise. I assume this is the boat launch. Looks kind of rough. Maximum 10 horsepower motors on lake. All boats be off lake before sunset. Swimming prohibited. Oh, and there's somebody out there trolling around. We can get them before they're gone. And there is a covered bridge that's here. I don't know if that's a new covered bridge or like a historical covered bridge. Here are canoes and kayaks for rent, I believe. All right, they got cottages, which are typical of Georgia State Park cottages. They're more like mansions. They got a museum and a mill museum, and then they got this covered bridge, which I'm told is a kind of original. We're going to walk through that, and then there's a great big group shelter, which if you were going to have a rally here, you could use that group shelter, which would be pretty nice. But this lake goes way out, about 4 miles, I think. You can rent a canoe. It's a pretty expensive canoe. Bring your own. I think they charge you $5 if you bring your own, and it's $25 for 2 hours for their canoe, or $40 for 4 hours. It's pretty expensive in my opinion. My 6-foot leash stretches. Here's the trace of the mill. So this is the original building and mill. We're tripping over our feet here. And they've done a few repairs on it, she tells me. It's got a lot of smoke alarms and fire alarms in here. But it's pretty neat. Oh, I guess I could have turned on the lights. Here's a real dugout canoe. Probably from one of the cypress trees. Oh yeah. See, there's lights. 1880 it was built, according to what's on the beam here. And you can't go inside because that's closed, but it's a very dirty window. So along with that and my dirty lens, looks like at one point it was run by a steam engine or a gasoline engine, diesel maybe. So if you go online and look at YouTube videos about the state park, they'll show you lots of people canoeing around in amongst those trees, which kind of looks like fun, but you know. You hear the kingfisher in the background there. Now right ahead of us here is a trail that goes way out and around, and I believe it's 3.5 miles. We are not going to take that today because we are tired from driving. Our drive was much longer than we thought, and we got set up and we found out we don't have any food, more than snacks and peanut butter and jelly and cheese sandwiches. So I guess that's what we're going to have for dinner. We'll have to stop at a Dollar General and get some food once we leave here. We're only staying the night and we'll be gone in the morning pretty early. Some people are just happy with anything. They don't care. We have food for you, don't we? Yes, we do. We have lots of food for you. I don't know if the big fish are right here, but it amazes me to see all these bobbers everywhere. Bobber over there. Bobber over there. Bobber up there. Bobbers everywhere. Must be a big fish pool right there. They have a really nice boat launch for launching canoes and kayaks. They have the big boat launch that we showed you earlier. You got some, I don't know what the dock out here is for. You know, it's hard to tell where the camera's pointing because I can't tell if I'm looking up or down. But it's a pretty neat swamp around the edge of the lake. All those trees. I don't know if this lake is always this high. Obviously it's got a dam on it that keeps it pretty high. The information inside this says that this is the mill. It's a covered bridge and a mill, and it's they run demonstrations. It's still a running, operating mill. It'll do cotton, corn, grist mill, cotton mill, gin mill. I don't know what those are, but anyways, it does all three. And you can watch it run. You come here during the summer, probably on weekends or something. I don't know when it's real busy, but it's a pretty neat park. Lots to do, a lot of interesting things. Right across the road from the state park is a private campground, which looks like there's a lot of seasonal people that live there, and not quite as good as the state park. But anyway, lots of room here. If you ever come, you can find a place. This is really just about 20 miles down the road from Magnolia Springs. We drove by Magnolia Springs to get here, and then it was another 18 miles, so not real close, but close. Pretty interesting. If you can stand the bugs, come visit. Here we are at the bathroom, and this is the women's side. These are men and women's bathroom. There's the lake. That's nice. An individual bathroom. Why is it locked? Guess you always got to turn the lights on when you come in here. Wow, this is a nice, clean, modern bathroom. 2 toilets and 2 showers. It's got a curtain, keep the water off your stuff. A bench, 1 hook on the door. 2 hooks side of the shower. They'll probably get all wet, but not too bad. Got regular valves, and of course you're on the side, so you can turn them on without getting wet. It's nice, very nice, very clean. Of course it's February. Real mirrors, and outlets for shavers or hair dryers. Ooh, hot water at the sink. That's nice. Here is a map of the entire lake. Let's see, map of the entire lake. It's a big lake. It's really huge. Here is all the campsite and everything, the office and the mill and everything. So you can really go a long ways with a canoe. And there's the primitive sites if you want to just hike in and tent, cabins. And this is the campground map with all the sites. It's the same as what's on the reserve site. And the rates for 2023 are right here, if you can see those. Pioneer camping is $50 a night because it's an Adirondack lean-to, and group shelter is $185 on weekends and $100 during the week. Picnic shelters are $85. Georgia state parks have gotten expensive. Here's the boats, boat rentals. Primitive camping is $8 a night. Campsites, tent. Well, folks, as the sun comes up over the horizon, over the swamp, we're headed out of here. George L. Smith State Park in Georgia. This is a nice park. It's got a lot of nice things. If you get here for a day or two and enjoy the water, the lake, paddling around, I think you could have a really good time. It's a small park. It has a lot of animals, a lot of birds especially. That's probably the attraction for this park. So I don't think it's for me. It's not. We don't do water sports, and with the alligators and the bugs, I don't know what this would be in July or August. I'll bet it's just intolerable. And of course, when the water warms up, the alligators get active. So we don't see any alligators because the water's still below 60. But it was fun. Nice shower, great bathroom, good hosts, nice people, and campsites are nice and level and everything. So come and visit. And we're off to Oleno State Park in Florida. So stay tuned and we'll show you what the Florida state parks are. All right. Remember, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment about what you think, and where you're going, and what would be better. Better or worse, okay? Thank you, folks. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.